Hello everyone, this is Alejandra Gomez with creatingwithali.com. I hope you can hear me now. Let me just make sure I am, because a minute ago I had the icon of muted for whatever reason, which is not typical. So let me just make sure I I go to my other device just to make sure, but let me know if you can hear me. Because again, I got this weird note where it's like it was muted. Anyway, we're gonna be doing today a card class, and again, let me know if you can hear me, please. Here it is. Okay, I can hear myself. Good. So anyway, as I was saying, we're gonna be making a card class using the painted illusions, which I have it right here. Give me 1 second because I put everything on top of it. But this is our product of the month from Stampin'. And if you don't know, we have now a new program where we can order an item that is heavily discounted, like $5 a paper pack, right? So let me just show you here. This one is a really nice. It has very springy colors, which I loved. And I think it's a fun phone to play with. So anyway, so here is High Flow. Oh, good. Thank you for confirming. So here is how it looks. This one has 3 sheets of each of them, which is great because then I could actually share it with you. Hi, Cindy. Look at that one. This is one of my favorites too. And then here is another one. It's slightly different than the previous one. I'll show you here how they look. I thought they were kind of the same, but they're not. They're slightly different. You can see there's more like a wave ins and out. And then the other side, you have a misty moonlight side. And then we have this one. You can see here. And then you have that, right? Did I show you the one that looks like a mermaid? Oh yeah, I did. This is the one. Kind of has like a mermaid type of look, if you ask me. And then you have this one. So like I said, it's 4 different designs. I feel like you could use this one. Look at this, right? Like you can mix and match very nicely, which that's one of the things that I always like on the paper. I always like if I have the option of mixing and matching, mainly because then it's easier for me to play with, right? I have sometimes a little bit more of an issue. Hi, Nympha. When I have a paper pack, especially although they look amazing, let me just full disclosure, they look amazing. The ones that looks like pictures, those are very popular, very easy to play with in the sense that you just need pretty much a sentiment, maybe an embellishment, and you're done. But for me, when I play with the sketches, those are a little bit harder for me just because you don't literally have mix and match when you're looking at pictures, right? But when you have patterns, these kind of mix and match so much easier. So these for me are always like easier to play with. But again, the other papers are also gorgeous. It's just that they are a little bit harder when it comes to sketches for that reason, because you cannot really mix and match pictures. But anyway, so we're going to be using this one. I've also wanted to play with the Stampin Positioner. I don't know if you have seen it, but I have been playing with it a little bit more because I wanted to make sure you've seen it in action. I had a few customers who have told me they have arthritis, and I think that this is really great for that because you can push and it gives you enough room for you to stamp again with confidence that it's going to line up again on the same place, so that if you don't press hard, you have like a second or a third time for you to do it. So anyway, so this is our stamp positioning, right? So this is how it looks, and it comes with 2 plates, a small plate and then a larger plate. So I wanted to make sure we play with it. And then finally, you can see I am kind of putting too many things into this video. I wanted to make sure or remind you that we have, hi Marianne, that we have a last chance list on our website. If you go to our site, there is like specials and then last chance list or last chance items. Go there. There's a lot of things that are really cool. And so for this time, I decided to go to one of our favorites that is soon to be retired. Now, this is now $12. They're heavily discounted. So at the time, the bundle was $59.25. Today, the dies have already gone, but you can cut out at least the wings, the butterflies. by hand, so it's not too bad. The dies though were amazing. They were there last week. I actually posted I did a Facebook post where I show the set so you can see it. So this is the one that had the butterflies. You can make like a butterfly card, and then the embossing folder. However, it ran out this week because it was there last week. I promise you, it was there. So anyway, so for today, I decided let's just focus more on the stamp set, since the dies have already sold out. And this one is $12. Like I said, you can check them out. There are plenty of things, by the way. There are lots of things from like the fall catalog that, oh my goodness, I cannot believe they are retiring. And then once they're gone, they're gone. So check them out, look at them, and then place an order. And then of course you can place an order with me and then get the card kit from today's. So anyway, so let's just get it started. I don't want to be taking too long. I'll talk about classes as we go along. Because I know it might take a little bit longer. I feel like lately my classes are taking a little bit longer. Because I'm still not really set up in the way I want it per se. And so I'm always like moving things around from one side to another. And then I'm like looking for everything right in the class. So anyway, let me just show you. The other thing, by the way, is that, like I mentioned, this is our product of the month. So I don't know if I mentioned, but when you place an order that is $75, you unlock the savings, right? So at that point, you can order one of these, and you can only order one per account. So one of these, and it's only $5, okay? Also, when you place an order that's $75 or more, then you qualify to get the free tutorial of the month. The product of the month tutorial bundle, which 12 of us are getting together and making a tutorial using this. So you get more inspiration and more ideas on what to do with your paper. The card that I put on my tutorial is this one. Look at this. Like I said, it's beautiful. I paired it with the lovely arrangements, and then also the beautifully celebrating, I think it is, which is the dice on this one. And then you have the paper. So very easy and to make. I think that you can recreate that one with lots of the different patterns from this pack. And so I'm sure you're going to love it. And I saw yesterday all the cards included. I think we're going to be getting the file either today, tomorrow. So it should be soon. But oh my goodness, all the samples are beautiful because, again, the paper is just beautiful. So there's no way you can do a card that is ugly with this, right? So anyway, so orders of 75 will qualify you to get a tutorial bundle. Again, it is 12 of us making the cards, and I'm sure you're going to love it. All right, so let me move things around a little bit. All right. Oh, and then before I go, I did shout out to all my card club members. I've mailed yesterday the kit to make these cards, right? And I have, like, if you're interested in this, I have one kit left. So let me just put it here. It is this one. There is a sticker here always that has the link and the QR code. So here is the pack. It comes with, I'm going to put it this way. It comes with the, what is this? The ribbon, which is the, what is this called? Open with, the border open with ribbon in the Secret C. It has the dots, all the pack, and they have half a pack of the designer series paper. And again, you make 5 cards. You're going to have plenty of paper left over that you can create more cards, and it is featuring the greenery lane. So if you're interested, I do have one last kit, so stay tuned. Just let me know. It is $50, and I send you a PayPal invoice if you're interested, so just let me know. By the way, my email is back on track. So I didn't realize that when they changed the server, I need to also do something in my email. I have no clue. I'm not a tech person, and so anyway, I have resent several of the emails because I know you didn't get them because my emails were not going out, especially from the Ali at creatingwithali.com. Now that it's working again, so you can email me. All emails will be with me again. And again, I resent everything. So that was the whole thing there. We figured out what was happening. And it's now back working. Let me just put these ones here so I don't lose them. Okay. All right, so let me flip the camera. Ooh. Let me just... And how do I do this? Okay, and then the other thing, let me make this one slightly higher. I'm gonna put here this. And let me open my window so that we have a little more of light. I think it gets slightly better. Today we don't have as much of a sun. It is, we have a light. Okay, I think it gets slightly better. I don't know, maybe. We'll see. All right, so where are the cards? Here are my cards. Give me 1 second. I'll show you. I was working on swaps as well. I'll show here for a second. And the reason I brought them here, because I wanted to share with you a tip with them. But anyway, so, oh, I love this one. So here is our cards that we're going to be making. Like I said, it's a beautiful paper pack. I don't like that we see the shadow. There's not much I can do today, to be honest. Maybe I can pull you a little bit closer. I don't know. It is what it is. I'm so sorry. The lighting, like I said, is not the greatest. And so this is where I get all flustered. But anyway, we're going to start with this one. I'm going to move things a little bit there. So I have a piece of the, what is this? Fluted Flamingo, 8.5 by 5.5. And let me get my bone folder. Okay. And so for bone folder, I have it folded at half, or yeah. So if you want to score it, I usually score it, but I score, oh, maybe I do this and then I'll try to work there. Okay, we'll see. All right, so I still use my bone folder. Someone in my Facebook group asked me, why do we use the bone folder? And it's always just to get a crisp fold, so I like that. Even when I pre-score, I like using the bone folder. Then I have a piece of, what is this? Basic white, and it is 4 by 5.25. Now, I don't know if you can see it, but it's already pre-embossed with the beautifully patterns. Embossing folder, so we're gonna be gluing this one, and then I have 2 pieces. Okay, this one is 2 inches. Is that right? Yeah, 2 inches by 5 1/8, and then this one is like 1.25 by 5 1/8. Okay, what we're gonna be doing then is we're gonna rip. This is, by the way, two-tone cardstock, which is the one that we have in 12 by 12 for scrapbooking. And the cool thing about it is that it has a white in between. You have 2 tones, as the name says. So you have a lighter. Ooh, maybe we go with the lighter. Because what did I do with the other pieces? Oh, did I? See, I think I lost some things here in my traveling here. I think I did. Give me 1 second. See, I feel like I lost the 2 pieces here, the 3 pieces here. Holy cow, hold on. Yeah, I am missing some pieces. Huh, okay, maybe we do the whole thing here then, because what did I do? Oh, okay, I'm like, okay, I have 2 here, but yeah. Anyway, I need a piece of the same color. What is this? Darling Duckling. Let me bring it here. Hold on, give me a sec. See, this is what I'm saying. Like, I keep forgetting things from one side to the other side. Here they are. Okay, I'm like, I know I'm missing things. Okay, I'm like, I'm missing things. We're missing the label and everything. I'm like, what is going on? All right. So I have here a few things because I don't know which one I'm going to be using. This, again, these are just the scraps, but I do have this one. See, if I use the light, which I'm going to go with the light one, because I was thinking to putting my sentiment here and then butterflies here and here, okay? And I didn't know if I wanted to have this one. See, like I kind of like it. So I'm going to go with the lighter version of these, which is the cool thing, right? Because you have darker. Let me just see. A darker and a lighter. See how different they look? So we're going to go with the lighter one. And we're going to be ripping the, what is this? The right side of your paper. And see how you start getting... See that? You get that white border. Like if I were doing this with a regular cardstock, I'm not getting that. And you can see here both of the colors, right? So you have a dark and a light one. You can choose which one you like. I'm going to go with the light one just because I want a little bit more of contrast if I'm going to go with this one, okay, which is the regular cardstock. And then we're going to be doing the same on the same, what is this again? The right side, okay? So you're going to go... Okay, so this is how it looks. And I might just cut this. I didn't like that little border, okay? So you can see here you also get that white. So I'm going to be gluing, because these are two different pieces, I like to glue them so that if I need to cut a little bit, see, even though they're like 5 1/8, they have a little bit different. Sometimes you get a, I heard someone saying like a large, a large, whatever the measure, like a large 4 and a smaller 4, because you might be cutting right in the line. And what I mean with that is like you might be cutting right before the line or after the line, so it gets a little bit larger or shorter, which I'm like, oh, that's funny. But I see what they mean, because sometimes you can see it, I cut them the same, and somehow I feel like it might be slightly longer. But anyway, so sometimes that happens, okay? So we're going to go ahead and add adhesive. Ooh, and this side is also beautiful. I like that as well. Where's my adhesive? Adhesive. Okay. So we're going to go with this. And I'm going to line it up to this. Because I want to show... See, like this. And this is lightly. Oh, and maybe I didn't glue it that well, because then I don't see. There you go. See, and it's only a little bit. I'm gonna be using, I don't know what I did with my, by the way, I just realized, which I know is gonna get crazy, I just realized we don't sell anymore the paper snips, which, where did I put my paper snips? I have no clue. And I was like, what? Like, do we not have that anymore? And then someone told me that we don't manufacture, like whoever was producing them, these ones, this is what I'm talking about. They don't manufacture them anymore. Luckily, I have like a couple of these because I love them. But this is another one. I just want to make sure you know, like, this is another type of scissors that I love as well, because it has also that fine tip, right? Which is what I love about these ones, right? And the one thing about this, just to make sure, you know, these are the Fizz cards. I think they still make them, but what is really cool is that you're using your hand like these. So if you have arthritis, it has a spring, it makes it easier than go this way, okay? So if you're having arthritis, I think these are really great. It takes a little bit just to get used to the feel, but they're also really good. But anyway, just that was a short commercial, because I'm like, oh my gosh, we don't sell those anymore. I didn't know that was going on. I don't know, sometimes it's like I don't know, I don't pay attention. I don't know. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and glue these onto our card. Oh, you only use these ones for, I use the second pair for ribbon. Oh, like another set of scissors, or this type in particular. Oh, by the way, thank you so much for sharing. Let me know where you are. I see Cindy, you're in Rhode Island, so glad to have you here. Okay, so this is how it looks. Look how beautiful, right? Like I said, the paper is the one that is doing everything in this case. And so yeah, and I do have a particular set of scissors that I only use for ribbon. I don't use them for anything else. These are the large ones that we used to sell. So here's how it looks. Look how beautiful, right? Anyway, so we have that. I do have a label. This is from the largest to the smallest one, the second one from the Nested Essentials. So this is gonna go somewhere here. And I'm gonna go ahead and stamp there are 2 sentiments. One that says it's time to celebrate. So let me move these ones out of the way. And so we have this one. All right. And I have the happy birthday somewhere here. Okay, happy birthday. And then I'm gonna be using this for a second. Does this one fit? No. Okay, let me pick up this one first. And then I'm going to be picking this one. And I'm going to go with the black for right now. This one says time to celebrate. And I'm centering it. Look how beautiful this looks. And then I'm gonna, again, this is like a half. This one was 1 inch. Again, we're gonna be cutting it, so it's just scrap that I had. And then this one is 1/2 inch. Again, it's just a scrap that I have. And I'm gonna go with happy birthday. Okay. Now, usually I like to cut it, you know, tighter, which we're going to be doing here in a second. And I like to clean the stems as I go. Because, you know, I keep moving things around and then you never know, right? You might have things falling. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and cut this one. I forgot also my little basket for trash. And I might cut slightly on top of this one. Just a little hair. Okay, just a little hair. There we go. All right, as far as the butterflies. Okay, so here is one thing that I was thinking. I did it a little bit different, but I thought, oh, why don't we try to do this with this? Okay, so I'm gonna bring a scrap of basic white, if I find it here, of course. Okay, maybe I don't find it, so let me get a piece of basic white. I thought I had some scraps here, and I guess I don't. All right, so let's just think about these. And I'm going to be using this butterfly, okay? So I'm going to go ahead. I want like 2 of them, I think. That's what I need, 2 of them. So I'm going to cut out. And you can do as many as you want, but for this exercise, for instance, I thought I want to have like, how do I have them? I think I have Jello on the inside and, yeah, and pink on the outside. So let's just bring our blends, blending brushes, sorry, I should say, not blends. And that's why I'm like, where did I put them? Here. Okay, and I've been using my positioning right now. You can tell here because I've been playing with this. I'm going to change this in a second, but just because I like having this part, I'm going to be using this for right now. And this is not the way to use it. Just I already have this, so that's what I'm using. But this is not not specifically for this. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and add, like my butterfly is gonna go somewhere here, right? But I wanted to show with you, like you can do a larger piece and then cut out a lot of them. And then I'll show you something, like a different way to use your, so that way, okay. And then I'm gonna bring this one. Now, like I said, for this one, we've already, like, you would probably have to stamp this one, see? And then cut them out. But I wanted to show you one cool thing that you can use for any other dies, stamps that you might have. Because we still have lots of images that way, right? That we have. And I just want more of this yellow to show up. Okay. All right. So I'm going to leave it and see how that goes. But I'm going to just cut out this with the dice, okay? Pretend that the dice are available for right now. You're going to do this for any other image that you have, okay? I'm just giving you an example of how to use that. So I'm just going to go ahead and bring our die cut. And I'll show you what I mean in a second so that you can kind of see it. But anyway, for this one, I'm just going to go and cut out this. And I might need more pink. I think that, well, no, I could just put it this way too. Okay, no, I'm just going to go this way for right now. Oh. Okay, so I have one here, and then I'll do another one because I want two of them. And so, you know how this one, I'm not really careful with, it has to line up and I have to use my sticky tabs or anything. So I have them this way. I might need to add a little bit more of color there. Like I want a little bit more of the pink. So I could probably just bring it for a second here. And add a little bit more of the pink. Where's the pink? Here. Again, this is Fleer Flamingo. If I want to get a little bit more of the, I don't want it to be that light, so I could add a little bit more. Like I want a little bit more, okay? So say you have this way. I think it's fine. All right, the next thing is, oh, I forgot to cut one more. So let's just bring this one for a second, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna cut it one that is completely, because this is going to be my template, if you will. So I'm gonna cut it somewhere here. All right, and we're gonna be using this one. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and let me take all this because I've been using all these tabs for other things. So where is the, here we go. So I could go ahead at this point, and where is the little one? So I'm gonna use a new thing so that you can kind of see it. Good. By the way, we sell these scratch paper, right? And it has the little holes here that matches these little pegs. So we're gonna go ahead and put it like that, all right? So that matches. And then I'm gonna be putting this one, first of all, I need to put this one where it kind of matches, right? So I'm gonna have this one come this way. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and ink this. So I'll bring my Memento ink. And I'm gonna be putting it in the 2 pegs. Okay, so you see it here. I could go ahead, like this is the beauty of this one, I could press again. See that? And I get it exactly. And then I'm gonna take this, which is my template, right? So I'm gonna line it up. And where's the other magnet? I know it's here, like I know it's here. So I'm gonna be putting these ones. All right, and now what I'm gonna be doing is I'm just gonna go ahead and fit this one. See that? And then I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and put it here. And I can see how it line up. And then press. And see, you have it right there. So when you're doing swaps or when you're doing multiples of this becomes very handy, right? Because then I can make lots of those little butterflies, right? Like this. And then I can just line it up. This has been like by far my favorite part of these, of having a stamp positioner. See that? So I have it again. So anyway, and then you can go on as many times as you want. But like, let me show you. I know, like I said, the dies for this one is no longer available, but you can do this for anything. So let me just show you here what I did. I am working on swaps. We're gonna go to on stage in March, and I'm working on this. So I have my little template, right? And I went ahead and I did that here. Like I said, this is how I do it. And then I put my template and then I stamp every single one of them. So I have here like 25 of those, right? And I just position and stamp, stamp, stamp. It's so much easier and faster when you're doing this. You can see it here. I have all of them here. They're here, see? And then I just go back and color them, right? But the stamping, so I just spent one afternoon, you know, die cutting as many of these. And then I just put it in this template, right? And I just stamp them. I just use ink, stamp, bring the next one. It goes so much faster than when you do all 25 and then you're having to line up your dies, right, to cut it out. I don't know. Somehow it turns to be faster in a way. So you can do that with any image. Like I said, I'm showing you with this. I know the dies are no longer available for the butterflies. So for your cards, for this class, you would have to do these, stamp the butterfly, and then cut it out by hand to get these two, because the dies are no longer available. Those are gone, okay? But I wanted to show you this technique because you can use this technique for any other stamp and die that you have available. All right, so that was the whole thing there. Which, what do you think? I'm telling you, this stamp positioner is just amazing. I'm just loving it. And that is one of the techniques that I use a ton. Back when we have the Stampin' Magic, not the Stampin' Magic, the Stamparato, sorry. Stampin' Magic was the original we had, and I still use it. I still have mine. I still use it for wood blocks. But for this one, it's pretty cool, right? So anyway, so we have that. Back to our card. So what do you thought, huh? Pretty cool. All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and put this one. I'll have here this. I'll probably cut it a little bit there, right? And then I might have this time to celebrate happy birthday. And then I'll have like one here and one there. Ooh, and you know what I forgot too? I forgot some bling. So give me a second. I forgot bling. We're gonna be using the I'm gonna bring it with the Druzy adhesive back embellishments. I love how all this good. But see how beautiful this looks, right? So again, all right. So let's just cut this. Where are my scissors here? Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and cut this one in an angle. Oh, thank you, Cindy. Glad you're liking it. Like I said, I'm super sad that the D set is going away. Because I think it's a pretty cool one, to be honest. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and glue these and then pop up the whole thing. Okay, and then this one, I'm going to just cut it straight. Just to give it a little bit of different look. All right, and then I'm gonna have this one come here. I probably will pop up this one on this, so that's good. But this one can go ahead and be put on the card already. I'm gonna put one of these. Again, this is gonna be my little trash can here because I forgot about it. Like I said, I keep forgetting things when I move back and forth between this. Like on my other craft room, back when we were in Dallas, like my table was my craft room. And you know how I always forget and lose the stuff, right? Just being on the same area. So now that I have to be moving things around, oh gosh, it's so much worse for me. Just because I keep forgetting stuff. But that's okay. It will be fine. It will be okay. Yeah, Stampin' Magic on the wooden stamps. I know, I do too. I'm not gonna let that go, you know, like it was a great tool. So yeah. See, so I'm gonna have that one, and then I'm gonna be adding like this one will be here. So I need butterflies usually aren't the one thing, believe it or not, where I don't like adding as much, which I know that's crazy for me, coming from me, right? But I kind of like only put always like one because I like flexing their wings. Which, like I said, that's crazy for me because you know how many dimensionals I always put, right? So it's crazy to think that I only use one, but just because I like adding it this way. But look how beautiful. And then we're just gonna go ahead and add the Druzy gems. You can use any other gems, you know, that you have. Okay, let's bring this. I'm gonna go, I think the gold ones. Look, they look more like champagne. They've always looked more like champagne for me. There you go. And see how beautiful. And I love how shiny those gems are. What do you think, huh? You like it? All right, very beautiful. And I love how this one, even though it's the same Darling Duckling, because I've used the lighter side, it kind of looks different than the one that we have on the front. So I kind of like that contrast. And it goes really well with the butterflies, right, that I have here. So again, what do you think? Hopefully you have like it. Hi, Lena. Nice seeing you here. Hi, Cindy. Okay, so let me now go to the next one. Let's do the next one. So the next one, I thought similar to the other one. Let's just do this for a second first. So similar to the other one, I've kind of already started with the, let me bring this. Just remind me they're here because I will be like, where are the other ones? I know me. So similar to the other one, what I'm going to be doing is I'm just going to go ahead and bring this. I'm just holding it for right now. I'm going to continue. So I have used here Pool Party. Okay, I've used Pool Party on this one. You could also use, what is this called? Lost Lagoon. But I actually used the Pool Party. Okay, I wanted to have kind of like a lighter color. And I started a little bit just so that I can, you don't see me doing this too long, right? Because I want to be adding color here. Okay, I'm gonna leave it right now for a second. I have this open because I might want to come back, and I want to use the what is my other plate here? I already have it mounted here. It doesn't matter. We're gonna be mounting it again. But let me get my brush here. I'm going to get the full butterfly on this one. Okay, and we're gonna be cutting it out. Let's see if we like how that goes. So for this one, let's see, maybe so that I can use this for something else, you know? Like I could use this for another. Okay, just because I want to, oh, but before we do that, let's just, so it just stays there. Okay. And then I'm going to bring the black again. So this is the Memento English. Where did I put it? I know I had it. Huh. I don't know what I did with it. Where did I put it? I know I used it a minute ago. So do you see where I left it? Literally, it is hiding right in front of me. I know. I know it's here. Oh goodness, what did I do with it? Do you see it? Oh, it's right. I'm telling you, it's like, I know it's here. Okay, so now. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and then okay, so now it looks good. See, like I feel like this area Might need a little bit more of pressing. There you go. This is where I love the stamp positioner, right? Because you can go back and then do the areas, especially for black. I like having like a really nice crisp black, you know, on the images. I feel like that's important. And so the stamping positioner, right, helps you a lot with that. By the way, I don't know that I said this, but right now you can get this tool for free when you get the starter kit, okay? And when I send my email, I'll put the link for you to get it. But when you get the starter kit, it doesn't mean anything other than you can get a discount on your supplies. So you pretty much become part of our family, right? And part of my team, which I would love to have you in my team. And my team gets like all my free tutorials, you know? So anyway, we're gonna go ahead then, and I'm just gonna go ahead and cut out this. And I'm gonna go this way so I can use this other section for more butterflies like I showed you on the other card. But for this one, I'm just gonna go like really, and I'm not gonna be leaving any what am I saying, any white. Usually I like leaving a white section, not for this one. And I'm just gonna cut the little antennas. I don't need the antenna for this. I want it really tight. Okay, I'm gonna leave it right now like so. I might have to go back depending on where I put this, but I might want to have a little bit more of darker area, so this is why I wanted to put it here. Let's just go again. You might want to be adding a few areas. That are slightly darker. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna leave it like so. Okay, so we have that. All right, then the other thing that we're gonna be doing is I'm gonna bring I have here a piece of basic white. Okay, and I'm gonna bring this. By the way, if you put it this way, it's harder, you know, to lift it. So you want to put it where you see more of the magnet down, because then the tabs make it so easy for you to pick up the magnets. Okay, so we have it like so. Now this tool, the stamp position, is really cool for like background stamps. Okay, so I wanted to use a background stamp. I bought this one and I haven't really used it. And this is the lasting linen. So I thought, this is going to be perfect because this adds So I'm gonna go ahead and put it like so. Now I won't be using the whole thing, so I'm okay with this. So you're gonna go ahead and take this. Now for this one, I'm gonna go ahead and put this right here. I'm gonna line it up so I know where it is at all times. Does this still fit? Yep. And then I have these little tabs. I'm gonna go ahead and just if for whatever reason doesn't stamp well, I can still put it back, you know? Okay. And now I'm gonna go ahead and use the Lost Lagoon for this one. So background stamps, I think, is going to be really great with these ones. In the past, whenever I've used background stamps, I would put it like so, and then I would pretend this is my card, and then I will put it this way, and then start rubbing it. That's the old way I would do it, like without the Stampin Positioner. But now I'm like, ooh, I have a large enough, and then I can press and see exactly. The one thing though is that you can make it smaller, right? But I feel like because it's a large image, you want to have, and so you can kind of see where it is, and then you just press. Again, so much easier that when you use the other, right? And then you can kind of see it. And if I needed more, like for instance here, let's say that I can see that there's still a little bit. I can go back and press harder there. And there you have it, see? Yeah. So what do you think? Really cool, huh? So much easier to use this one, and then I can go back and put it back where I need it. So I love that for these large images, because I would have never been able to do this on the regular. Don't you think? Okay, so now, like I said, right now you get this tool for free when you become part of our team, and when you get the starter kit, that's all it is. You do become part of our team, but please note there's no obligations to do anything. You don't have to be selling. You don't have to do anything. Now, anytime you purchase from you get at least 20% discount on all your supplies, so that's pretty cool. And if you don't do anything with it, you just stop being a demonstrator, become again my customer. So there's no penalties. You also get the starter kit. The way it works is you choose $125 worth of products of your choice, whatever you want, and you only pay $99 and tax. That's it. You don't pay shipping. So if you like the free shipping, you can definitely get it again, right, on your starter kit. And then we're just gonna go ahead and remove this. I like putting it back because I'm gonna be using this in a second, so I'm gonna be using this for something else. Okay, so now we're gonna be cutting this at what is the number? 2 7/8 by 4 1/8. So I'm just gonna go ahead for right now. I'm gonna put it somewhere here, just to make sure I have enough. Yeah, I can just cut here. And I need 2 7/8. And then I need 4 1/8. Boom, boom, boom. All right, so that's how it looks. Now, for this one, let me show you. I'm gonna put here this. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and maybe put this one for right now. And I want my butterfly somewhere here. And then I want the, where it says time to celebrate, somewhere here. And let's just think about where I am lining it up. I'm lining it up. Do I have a pen? No, but I am lining it up to the forward line. Let me just so I remember where I'm lining it up. This is the 4 and the 3 on this thing, just because I will be using the same template for something else. Okay. So back again. So I have this one here. Oh my gosh, I moved it with the magnet. I think that's fine. Then I'll put my magnet here, and I'll put this one right there. Okay, so now let's bring this. Okay, so all is still good. Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and bring oh, ooh, I lined it up incorrectly. Oh my goodness, let me do this again. Because you have to do it on the side that it springs. Okay, never mind. Let's do this again. Now, the chamois becomes really handy for these things, as you can see. But let's just clean everything, because we're going to have to position this again. On the right side, I put this incorrectly. I put it on the side that doesn't springs. Okay, so let's try this again. So I want this one here. And I want this one here. All right, so you have to remember, you have the little springs here. So that goes down. Okay, so down. Okay. Now this gonna move. I saw that it moved, so I'm gonna go just put it back because I'm gonna be knitting this that way. Okay. Yep. Looks good. It's on the right side. Let me bring this for a second. Okay. Bring it back. Okay, see that? Looks beautiful. I'm gonna have this one out. But I do have another card, so I'll show you another thing. Like I said, I wanna use the same thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and I want it on 4. Remember 4 and 3 from these. Just you have to just remember where you put it, right? I wanna make sure. Oh, this side is kind of, I think I have ink on my hands, so let's just flip it before we do anything. Let me just see. Yep. I might need to move this one. And I'll put this one more towards this way. Yeah. There we go. Okay, so now we're gonna be doing exactly the same. This is gonna be what we're gonna be using on our other card. So this one is again 3 7/8 by 4 1/8, right? So I'm using the same size, different looks. Okay, looks great. So now we're done with the stamping. And so you can make these as many times as you want, right? For different cards, your swaps, I don't know. So let's just clean this. And that's it. Okay, so we're good with this. Let me put my chamois here. Let me put this one somewhere else. Okay, so now, oh my goodness, yeah, my hands are all, I need to clean my chamois now. I've been using so much black that, anyway, it's all good. Oh, okay, so now for this one, remember this butterfly? So I'm gonna be gluing this one, right? And so I don't need to do anything else. So I'm just gonna bring my what is this? Actually, what we're gonna be doing, I'm gonna be adding it here. So it holds to the edge, just on that one. And then, I probably would need to do this side after all, because I do have the little section. I thought we didn't have it, but yeah, we do have it. Okay, so. Okay. So now we're gonna go ahead and add adhesive on these. You could use your what is the other? The liquid adhesive if you want. But now we're gonna go ahead and position this one. Right? And then we're gonna go ahead and cut out the excess. Ooh, do we want to cut out the excess? Maybe I don't. Now that I say it this way. Maybe I don't. Okay, so let's see the card before we cut out. Before we commit. Before we commit. Let's think about this. So I have a Los Lagoon card base. Okay. 8.5 by 5.5. We're gonna fold it in half as usual. Okay. Then we have a piece of basic black, and this is 4 by 5.25. And then a piece that is 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. Okay. So let's go ahead and glue these pieces. So very easy card, as you can see, right? Like I said, I wanted to show you a little bit of what you can do with the Stampin Positioner to get you excited, because I think it is a good deal. Okay, so we have this. All right. And now, this is gonna go flat. Okay. Hold on. I feel like this side is better. Oh my gosh. Having the fun in front of me is kind of making me blind a little bit. Okay, so there we go. So this is how it looks. Boom, boom, boom. And so now let's think about this. We have a piece that is 3 by 4 1/4. And then this one, like I said, it was 3 7/8 by 4 1/8. Okay, so it's 1/8 of an inch smaller. And so, ooh, you know what? I actually don't want to cut it. I think I like it better this way. I'm gonna leave it that way. And then I'm gonna pop up the whole thing. Okay, I was gonna cut it out. So let me just show you what I was gonna do. I was gonna cut it out and leave it like so, which looks nice, but I feel like having the whole thing kind of makes it nicer. So see, like, you can always change your mind. You can always change. That's what I love about paper craft, and and you can see I never have the card made until we're making it, so I just make adjustments as I go. So how about that? All right, so I'm just lining up. Oh, this is what it is. It's because this thing is darker. It's like, oh, I don't see. Yes. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yes. Okay. So now this one is gonna go with dimensionals. Yeah, I think so, Cindy. I think I like it the way I had it. Like with the whole butterfly, and we're still gonna have the one that is cut out for the other card. So I think it's good. Okay. I'm gonna need some of the little ones here. Boom, boom, boom. One more here. 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 Okay. Okay. Okay, full butterfly. Okay, good. Okay, so we made a good a good call. It seems like you all are liking it with the full. I think it looks different too, right? So yes. And to cut out the butterfly, because I didn't cut the antennas, it looks like it is from the paper, right? I'll show you here what I made with it. Okay. See, like the antennas are from the original. Ooh, goodness gracious. It looks amazing. Wow. Okay. Now, to make it pop up even better, let's just put some bling on it. Right? I have one here. And one right there. Yep. And I might have another one right here. One of the little ones. Somewhere here. And maybe one of the big ones here. There you go. You can add as many as you want. You can also put it on its body, but I didn't want to put it there. Anyway, so what do you think, huh? Looks pretty cool. And I love how this helped me not to have just a full white section, right? Like, and I want it to be kind of monochromatic, but it's not. You see, because I still have the white and still have the black, but you can see, right? And again, you can make this one with any of the patterns on that paper pack, right? So let's do the next one. So the next one is using here are my original butterflies that we're gonna use for something else. But anyway, so here is the next card. So this one is Misty Moonlight, and it's 8.5 by 5.5. And we're gonna go ahead and fold this in half. Bring the bone folder again. I do have a piece of the, what is this? Misty Moonlight that is 5 1/4 by 4, and I embossed it with, there's like a wavy, here, what is the name? What is the name of this thing? The soft waves. Okay, so this is how I did it. So I put it this way. And the reason I did it is because this paper kind of made me remind of that. Remember this one. So I thought, oh yeah, that could go really well with it, right? Even though it's not the same, it kind of has the same wavy pattern. So this is why I chose that one. So we're gonna go ahead now. This one is like 3 by 4, if I remember correctly. Yeah. So it's 3 by, oh, actually 3 7/8. So it's 1/8 inches less, you know, than this one, so that I have a border somewhere there, right? So this is how this one is gonna go. And then I have a piece that is 3 by 4, and then we're gonna be adding this one right here. See? Now this one, we're gonna go ahead and do the same thing that we did with the other one. We're just gonna color it with the yellow. Oh gosh, I lost my. Give me a second. We're gonna be using the, what is this? The blending brushes with the same daffodil. No, it's not daffodil. Darling Duckling and Fleeted Flamingo. Okay, so we're gonna start with, let me put this one aside because I don't want to be mixing and matching. Okay. And again, this set is only $12. So it is a great time to get it. Because it's on the while supplies last. So, and it's a great set. So definitely grab it while you can. Okay. And there you have it, see? And now I'm going to have more of the yellow, a little bit more of blending. There you go. Okay, so this is how this one looks. And you saw how I pretty much stamped the same way as with that one. So you can create different looks if you want. So this is gonna go right here and this one. Now you could do the same thing that we did on the other one where you cut the whole thing right and have it the same way. But originally, so when I was designing this card, this one was the first idea I've got. This was the first of them. And then when I made the other one, I was like, oh my gosh, it kind of looks better that way, I guess, right, for the other one. But look how beautiful this looks as well, right? So bye, Cindy. It was nice seeing you. And again, for, I'm going to put it this way, actually. You can get the card kit in the mail when you place a $50 order with me. And I'll put the link on my description. It's already there. By the way, we're now going to be able to get orders also in Canada. So if you are in Canada, you can also place an order. I'll put a link there. The demonstrator, it's Edmundo Miranda, which is my husband. So now he is also able to get the orders there. So I'll put a link as well for you to have it. And I think for Canada, it's a different order quantity. So in the US, it's 50. I'll have to figure out for Canada. I think it's going to be like 75 maybe. And I have to still figure out the shipping. But anyway, if you get a card kit in the mail with this, you order. But yeah, so $75 order, 75 Canadian dollars will be the card kit in the mail, $50 in the US. All right, so hopefully that makes sense. And for this one, I think I'm going to go, oh, and you know what? I'm going to be popping up the whole thing too. Okay. 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 And then we're going to be adding the okay. So here is how it looks. Look at this. This is very cheerful. Here is that one. On this one, I do have a limited amount of, you're right, Gail. I don't have as much. You can see I didn't use as many, as much of the designer newspaper. So I think I have plenty for the orders, for the weekly ordering. Cause I only can have the one, right? You do, when you place an order $75 in the US, you can add these designer newspaper for $5. So for this one, I will have, Gail is correct, I will have a limited amount of kits because I only have the one pack. But I think that I have enough for this week. By the way, talking about that, if you remember the card class from last week, right, which is the one featuring the Hobby Heaven, this one, I still have 7 more kits. Those are the last 7 kits featuring this. So if you want to order them, let me know right away. It is mailing next week, early next week. And so I think next week, yeah, I believe so, because this week ends February. And so make sure you let me know, like you grab it. There's only 7 more. Once they're gone, they're gone. I did had a limited amount of those, so there's only 7 more to go. And also I have opened the card class with Joey, so I'll show you my projects. One of them is the bonus project, but there's 3 more projects, actually 4 more projects. So the cards that we're going to be making on that class, the stamp along, is this one. This is the stamp along with Joey featuring the Easter basket. And my 3D item is this one. Look how beautiful this looks, right? So those are the projects. My bonus card is this one. So really cool. And her projects are just adorable. Let me just tell you. So registration is also open already for that. And then last but not least is the card club. So card club for the month of March Yeah, this is the one that is going to be shipping in March. It's also featuring the Easter basket because we are going to be getting ready for Easter, right? So you can see the projects here. You can see them here. Three of them are actually phone folds. So I hope you join me. Let me just show you this one. I actually got the idea from a Canadian demonstrator for this in particular one. So let me just show you because this doesn't make it justice. See? This actually is one of those that opens like so. What do you think, huh? So you can put it in your mantle that way and it's supposed to, yeah, there you go. Goes like that. But see how beautiful this looks, right? So like I said, 3 of them are phone folds and the other 2 are just beautiful cards, not phone folds. So I'm pretty sure you're gonna love it. For this one, you need to go at creatingwithali.com/card club. You can read all the information about the class and then you can subscribe there. If you do subscribe, make sure you fill out the Google form on the same page, creatingwithali.com/card club. And also, if you only want to get the one kit, it is $50. So you just need to email me at ali@creatingwithali and I'll send you an invoice, a PayPal invoice for you to get the kit. So this is the card club and then this is the one, so different paper. So for you in club, right, you get different supplies. It's still the same bundle. So you can make both of them, right, when you get into this class. So anyway, so those are the classes that I have. Like I said, the one that is closing right away. Oh, registration for this one closes March 7th. So you still have a little bit of time. And it mails around May 20th. For this one, it is registration closes this Friday, and like I said, I only have 7 kits left, and that's it. So make sure you get it right away because they are selling out. And the Stamp Along, this one, right, is also closing on this Friday. So make sure you sign up right away if you want to be getting the card class. And again, these are the projects that I designed. Joey designed the other 4. 2 of them are bonus, so my bonus is this one. Her bonus is really cute as well. And her 3D is a little basket, also a basket bunny. So I think it's really, really nice. So anyway, let me know which one is your favorite from tonight. Like I said, I'm really pleased with how they all turned out, to be honest. And I show you how to use the Stampin Positioner, which, like I said, you can get it for free when you get, here's the Stamp Positioner, when you get the starter kit. And again, that starter kit, you pick $125 worth of merchandise of your choice, anything you want. It doesn't matter if it is retiring, catalogs, online exclusives, paper, whatever you want, kits, anything you want from our store. You pick $125 and only pay $99. $99 plus tax. There's no shipping, so you get free shipping on the starter kit. So it is a great deal, and you get this positioner for free. Now, the people who get the starter kit, it becomes part of my team, and what is really cool is that they get the free tutorials of all of my classes. So plus they get pretty much all the tutorials that I participate in. So anyway, so hopefully you join us. Let me know if you have any questions. Again, you can email me at ali@creatingwithali.com. I'll be more than happy to welcome you into our team. All right, so Gail says, all 3 are so pretty, can pick a favorite. Oh, you're always so sweet. Flo says, I love all 3 of them today. Thanks for showing us different ways to use the positioner tool. Good, I'm glad you like it. Oh, Gail, I'm pretty sure you're talking about the card class because I know you signed up already for the one with Joy. So yes, the samples are really cute, so I'm pretty sure you're gonna love it. So anyway, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And like I said, make sure you look into the last chance section because there's lots of cool items retiring, like this one. And like I said, this one is only $12. So all of my prices are in the US, by the way. So anyway, so thank you so much, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.